All right, more news that we're breaking to you at this stage. A massive security cover now across the national capital today. The police is unwilling to take any chances in this due to the presence of Russian President Vladimir Putin in the city. 9 metro stations have been closed to block protesters from entering the heart of the city. Route diversions are also resulting in several traffic jams across Delhi. As a precautionary measure, the venue of the meeting of President Putin, the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, has also been shifted to 7 RCR. Headline says Ruchika Tomar has been tracking developments. Joins us for a live input. Ruchika, just fill us in that we understand the police unwilling to take any chances today, given Vladimir Putin's presence today in the city.
Absolutely, Aditya. In fact, I too am stuck in a traffic jam for the last half an hour or so, and it seems the traffic is not moving at all, considering VIP movement as well and the barricades that have been put up after we saw how Delhi actually turned into a battle zone yesterday, where pitched battles were fought between anti-rape protesters and, of course, the Delhi police. So today, of course, Delhi police taking no chances. Prohibitory orders that have been put in place again, as you mentioned earlier in your report, that close to 9 metro stations have been shut down. Considering it's a working day, the first day of the week, a lot of people are facing a lot of problem commuting in the city, especially in the heart of the national capital, in and around India Gate. Yes. So far, there have been no protests since morning, at least at India Gate. But we are expecting some people to pour in at Jantar Mantar, where the police have said that they can assemble peacefully.
And this was expected as well, Ruchika. That means the shifting of the venue, given the statement which came across from the Home Minister yesterday, that a good impression of India must be given to Vladimir Putin. Certainly, the government very aware of its reputation, it seems.
Yes, and that statement of Home Minister Shinde also came in for some flack, with people questioning, is it just about creating an impression, government taking half measures in actually showing that it's doing some groundwork after these protesters forced government's hand to call in for some sort of measures. We know the Prime Minister has announced the setting up of a judicial commission. We're also expecting Prime Minister's statement to be out shortly. Remember, it's been over 60 years since we saw violent protests on the streets of Delhi, but we haven't heard from the Prime Minister. We've heard his appeals on Twitter and his statements, but we haven't heard a message from the Prime Minister or even the UPA chief, Sonia Gandhi. She did meet some of the protesters earlier, but now the top leadership has actually tried to reach out to the people, which led to many people getting infuriated over the fact that the government has completely isolated itself from what we're witnessing on the streets of the national capital.
All right, certainly a huge disconnect there between the government and the civilians, those protesters, as well as civil society members. Thanks very much, Ruchika Tomar, for tracking those developments for us.